All right, guys, there's some fun new discourse about Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. You guys know the TikTok. Plus, I basically sang it perfectly. Anyway, there's a lot of people that are upset with Mr. Beast. I think it started with Ryan Beard, our friend of the stream, always. And so we're going to talk about it. I think it started with Ryan this round. I could be wrong. Maybe it started with like Hassan or something. I don't know. Who cares? Either way, we're gonna watch the video. We're gonna read this. We're gonna watch this video. We're gonna talk about it. So, Mr. Beard posted this. People refuse to. This is a video about 1,000 blind people see for the first time, which is pretty cool. Imagine the first thing you see though is Mr. Beast. I don't. Sounds like a curse. Anyway, people refuse to. They're probably not fully blind. Anyway, okay. People refuse to see any nuance in anti-capitalist critique. Content like this can be good in a way. It helps individuals while also feeling dystopian because content like this shouldn't exist. In the 21st century, everybody should be able to get their eyes fixed if they need it. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know why people are upset with Mr. Beard's take because I agree with it fully. On the one hand, let's be very explicitly clear. Mr. B seems like a really nice guy that genuinely makes content to try to help people, and he profits off of it, which allows him to continue to generate the money to do more good things. I don't think Mr. Beast is a grifter. I don't think that like he does nice things just because it makes him rich. I think that he liked getting rich doing nice things, and he was very fortunate enough to be able to do that. And I think that's cool. And he gave 1,000 people the ability to see. So that's really cool. Okay. So now they can all Google Pokemon deepfake. Just kidding. I got to stop with that joke. Too much. Anyway, that's perfectly reasonable. That being said, you know, it is unfortunate that we even need to do this. In an ideal society, and of course getting to the ideal place is very difficult, we would have like some form of universal healthcare that makes it easier for people to get access to getting help. Frankly, if you got a bunch of blind people, helping them not be blind anymore allows them to work. So from a capitalist perspective, it actually makes sense to not be blind. There is a problem. I think that we should figure out a way to implement some kind of public healthcare system, and then you could, maybe if you have more money, you can opt into something that's private and better. But I think that we should have like a baseline standard. Our healthcare now is very expensive. It's not going to be an easy thing to legislate or have a conversation about. The reality, though, is that we spend more than I think any other country does on healthcare, and we don't get the most bang for our buck. All right, I find it preposterous that it costs $30 per tablet of Tylenol in an emergency room. There's no reason for stuff like that. You shouldn't need to make a massive profit in the healthcare system. You should just need to make enough money for people to live. Or people to make a decent paycheck. All right. Frankly, we should probably gravitate towards private or public, making all hospitals run publicly. That's my opinion. It's not going to get there instantly. Makes the most sense. But people go to the hospital. It costs you, it costs you ridiculous amounts of money to pay for a Tylenol. It's ridiculous. It's like a minimum. That's like $2,000. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy how expensive our healthcare is. You got people that are on insulin that pay hundreds of dollars for insulin that costs pennies on the dollar to make. For what reason? Why? It's so cheap to make insulin. Why does it need to? Why do you need to make $100 when insulin costs you $1 to make? Oh, capitalism. Why? If people had access to the ability to get insulin, it would give them more energy to work out. You realize this, right? If you can't get your health under control by taking medication, you're never going to be able to go work out and do better health outcomes. I'm just saying, we need to have the conversation. Maybe there's a capitalism way to fix this problem, but right now, the only person that's bringing stuff up are people talking about universal healthcare in some capacity. I'm on that side. You want to brainstorm a better idea that capitalism will fix it? Be my guest. I don't care how we've solved the problem. We just need to solve the problem. Okay? There's clearly an issue with their healthcare system. I know it's not ideal in Canada and stuff. Some people wait a long time when they have a non-life-threatening issue. But overall, they have better healthcare outcomes than our healthcare. Yeah, we have the best healthcare when it comes to somebody with cancer that also has $500,000 to spend to get rid of it. At the end of the day, it's not accessible for most people. Okay? We need to figure out a better system. So anyway, let's watch the video. Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about this real quick. This is Mr. Girl, and he says, let's see. This is Mr. Beast says this. Twitter, rich people should help others with their money. Me, okay, I'll use my money to help people, and I promise to give away all money before I die. Every single penny. Twitter, Mr. Beast bad. Fair thing that he's saying. But of course, Mr. Girl needed to weigh in and say, you're exploiting vulnerable people, and your audience is too young to understand why this is wrong. If I have kids, they will be allowed to watch rated R movies before they'll watch Mr. Beast. Let me just be explicitly clear, okay? Mr. Girl is a worthless individual who is, based on the countless videos I've watched of him, is a physically, emotionally manipulative and abusive piece of shit who's put content on the internet of him emotionally abusing his partner into her to make her cry. He's also said something along the lines of that he used to be physically abusive, but he doesn't do it anymore because he realized he wasn't actually getting what he wanted out of the situation. They would just give him what he wanted so that he would stop being physically abusive. Okay, Mr. Girl is a worthless, virtue signaling piece of shit. He's not a real man. He's not a good person. He's not valuable to society in any capacity. He's an individual who thinks he is artistic, who puts up like just really dumb fucking brain dead takes about shit, and he tries to be as provocative as possible. And when he makes people uncomfortable, he says, "Oh, I guess you're just not mature enough to deal with the topic." No, he's not sensitive. He doesn't care to have nuanced conversations in a way that is emotionally intelligent in the correct capacity. He likes to act like a fucking man-child and pretend that he's artistic. That's it. He's a dime a dozen person. You'll find any of these people drinking their life away at the fucking bar because they used to get a lot of pussy in high school, and then they grew up and they realized that they weren't charismatic at all. They were just able to abuse people and manipulate people their own age into thinking that they were fucking super smart. But he's a dumbass. He's a dumb fuck, and he's less than a man. That's all that really needs to be said. I don't know what else to tell you. There's nothing valuable about what Mr. Girl has to say. Frankly, I don't even think he believes what he's saying. I think that this is a way for him to feel morally virtuous when it comes to this topic. And frankly, I'm happy that he doesn't have a platform anymore in any real capacity. And it'll be good that slowly over time, his platform is going to slowly and slowly deteriorate. And he's probably not going to have the ego to go and get a real job and be productive in society. That's all I have to say. This is a virtue signal. This is not a good person. Shut up. You're not fooling anybody. Nobody thinks you're intelligent. Okay? All right? Ryan Beard's call out, 1,000% genuine. Ryan Beard is an incredibly genuine person. That's all I have to say. I'm friends with this person. That's it. They're a good person. I try to make friends with good people I think are good. This is a good person. Even when I disagree with Mr. Beard, or excuse me, Ryan Beard, they changed their name. Good person. Okay? So anyway, let's watch a good video called 1,000 Blind People See for the First Time.
In this video, we're hearing
Undertime Slopper. That's what they should be seeing for the first time.
1,000 people's blindness. It's gonna be crazy.
Most of us see the world like this.
Okay, the only problem I have with this video is if you look at the audio levels, they're slightly off. Look.
But
right
here's
down here.
the thing, 200 million people see the world like this.
It's like a little more on the right
But
here.
I just made it one less.
Whoa.
Oh. Wow.
She's just one of 1,000 blind people we helped from around the world.
They can't see, but we have all the technology to fix it.
Yep, half of all the blindness in the world is people who need a 10-minute surgery.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of surgeons and stuff who go around giving out free eye surgery. Good for them, man. Because it's so hard to become a doctor. One of the problems with being a doctor is doctors are overpaid. One of the reasons doctors are overpaid, I think it's the biggest reason, is because their schooling is egregiously expensive. And part of that is because they make you take unnecessary things. I think that we could streamline doctors. Like, obviously, it needs to be hard to become a doctor. But they're taking, like, some things that aren't necessarily necessary, like advanced math classes or English classes or this, that, and the other thing. Like, why do you need that to become a doctor? You obviously need to speak English, but you need to focus more on your skill. You know, I feel like there's a lot of fluff, you know?
Oh my God. I see everybody. Oh, I can see clear. I can jump for joy.
Yes, I can see your face, I can see your face, I can see your face.
If you're wondering how
Wow.
the surgery allows people to see again, it's because the lens
I'm not.
in their eye got so cloudy that they can't see
Oh, they scrape off the gook on your eyes, right?
through it. So the surgeon uses a tiny vacuum to suck up the clouded lens.
Whoa, it's sucking.
And
Wow.
replace it with an artificial one. The
Oh.
surgery is that simple. They can see again.
Bro, this video is incredible so far. It's explaining to us how simple this is, and it's calling out how expensive it is for no reason. Like, so far, this video is incredible.
You pay for my surgery?
Yes.
Seriously?
I can't believe MrBeast took credit for paying for the surgery. I'm gonna let my kids watch the American Pie R-rated movie with tits instead of MrBeast because I'm a morally good person. I'm not a virtue signaler that provides no value to society. By the way, I thought Cuties was an excellent movie. Oh, I'm so fucking quirky and edgy, guys. Blah. Period.
You know what? Here's $10,000 to make your day even better.
Whoa, MrBeast. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay. We're gonna go fix more people's eyesight. She's squeezing hard.
And we're just getting started. We still
The black on white crime. She's squeezing hard.
have 980 lives left to change.
There's my watch. I've never seen it before.
What the hell did you have it for then, brother?
Night blindness. I couldn't see that you just deal with it life.
I'm Nolan, by the way.
I'm Carl.
You're Carl? I know a guy named Carl. Not a good guy.
Wow, well, his name is also. Is he the bad guy?
Wow, you are pretty anxious.
It's crazy how quick the recovery is, too.
What's it like? What do you see?
Blur.
How long have you not been able to work for?
4 months.
Did you hear about the cross-eyed teacher? She couldn't control her pupils.
That's funny.
I need anesthetic soon.
Oh man, no cloudiness, no blurriness.
Oh, it's perfect.
Now, what's it like?
I can see everything.
I don't know if people can think that Oprah is the same for giving away cars. We can think MrBeast is good for helping people. Yeah, true.
I don't need these.
How nice.
Our next patient is Charlie.
You're not able to
Charlie ain't fucking around. Something is very special about Charlie. We can already tell, or the way that they're introducing it.
read any of this text on the TV?
No, it's an E or something, I think.
He won't know he won 10 grand
He's just giving everyone 10 grand. What a guy.
until after his surgery. I can't wait to see his reaction.
It's so interesting because I feel like if you're somebody like I think that I don't think it's an unrealistic experience to think like I wish I was rich so I could help other people. I feel like there's at least a little bit of that in all of us, no? Like if you gave the average man $1 million, I feel like he would give some of it away to help other people in some capacity. And so seeing MrBeast do it, it's cool because like, oh man, this seems genuine. I would do this too. Good for him for being able to make a profit off of it. Because if he couldn't make a profit, he wouldn't have the money to do it in the first place. And then he couldn't raise awareness for how crazy this shit is, you know?
Charlie sees everything like this, and it's made him and his family's life extremely difficult.
I was a cashier. My eyes was getting so bad I couldn't see how much the money to give back. I just want to get my vision back so I can go back to work.
You're gonna be really happy after this surgery.
We'll see after it.
Trust me, you will see.
When patients go into surgery, there's a chance that they can get their life back. And for Charlie, if the surgery goes well, he can go back to work.
Yeah, good.
What's it like?
Oh, wow.
All right, let's see if he can read it now. What does this say?
I can't. My glasses.
You just won $10,000.
Here you go.
Oh, my gosh.
I love his response because that's how I would react. If somebody gave me a ridiculous amount of money, I'd be like, wow, thank you. Somebody donated $100 yesterday, and I was like, wow, thanks a lot. Like, it's genuine. I just don't know, like, I don't get, like, excited easy, but it's like, I was like, wow, that's really cool, you know? And then, like, you get a little bit of guilt. You know what I mean? When you get people donate too much money, you get a little guilty. And so that's why I had that response. But it's like a normal response. But of course, the women are going to start crying because women can't hold their freaking emotions in. Oh, showing gratitude? Cringe.
It feels good. I didn't think I was ever be able to see again.
Thank you all so much.
I don't want to lose none of it.
I'll hold on to it.
Oh, no, I'll hold on to it.
Donnie, Dr. Nolan.
He's not really
I guess he's not giving everybody $1,000, $10,000. Maybe just like some of them. But either way, they still get their sight.
a doctor. He's a fool.
Do you need any help?
Wow.
And that just hasn't been me for the last 62 years. I can actually see your face.
That's crazy.
62 years.
Here, I can read this.
When you come out of the surgery, what's the first thing that you're excited to see?
My son, he's been my rock through all of this.
Before the
a beautiful
operation,
man.
you mentioned the
I respect
first
that.
thing you wanted to see was your son.
Seeing him, seeing his face,
Oh my God, his son looks blurry even without the surgery. Jesus.
that's what I miss, you know.
You're gonna make me cry.
No, you're good, man. You're good. You're really good, man.
All right,
Oh my God, man.
there you go.
Oh my God, son, you're fucking fat. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. God bless him and his son. I repent my sins. I'm obese. I'm allowed to make these jokes, okay?
Don't cry. I can see everybody's facial features now. It's a little blurry with my tears coming out.
How's it going?
Okay. Yeah, I've been subscribed to you for like 11 years.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Wow. Pedophile. Just kidding. What is MrBeast? 24? Wow. That is crazy. That's pretty good. Oh, stop!
Super chatted $50.
Thank you so much.
MrBeast is the Antichrist.
I agree. Thank you for the $50, man. You didn't have to do that. You really don't. Thank you so much.
Maya has been blind in his right eye since he was born.
Wow.
It's affected his vision his entire life.
Are you excited to be able to see out of both?
Hope.
Here's the first thing that I would want to watch if I was blind, okay?
Uncle, don't say anything.
I see you're looking at my arm. What do you think?
It's great!
Whoa! Uncle and nephew.
What?
From Undertime Slopper? You look a little different than I expected. I'm going to this party. Maybe I can introduce you to my friends. They're big fans.
Wait a minute. Totally! I love Undertime Slopper.
Hopefully if the surgery goes that way.
Because Jeremiah was born with cataracts, his right eye never received light. And that means that this surgery only has a 50% chance of working.
Wow.
I think we go ahead and get it underway and then we'll just talk post-op.
Unfortunate.
And while Jeremiah's surgery was underway, I met another young man named Satchel.
Did they tell you I was...
Satchel? I'm gonna be real with you. That is the whitest name I've ever heard. And only because white people name their kids after like weird shit. You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm just racist or something. Satchel? Mason? Couldn't remember my kid fucking grocery bag or something. Oh my god.
Is gonna be here?
No.
Good.
He had poor vision from birth and almost lost his entire vision after a go-karting accident.
All I see is like blur in color. I can barely see like the shapes.
Obviously you can't drive, right?
No, I cannot.
And this is the real reason why we're doing this. Blindness can take away parts of your life.
Blindness takes away a lot of your ability to move. You know, I live in New York, and we have pretty decent, reasonably robust systems to get people to and from. I used to work for a bus company, and the service that the bus company provided was transportation buses and also paratransit buses and school buses. But I worked in like the transit division, so there was like the ADA's, the American for Disabilities Act, and their job is to schedule runs to pick people up from appointments and drop them off. It is a really big operation. My yard alone, I had the biggest yard, had I think 250 buses, and I'd have to clean them weekly, and then we'd have to sanitize them daily because of COVID. That was fucking crazy. Okay, it's a lot of work, and that was what I was in charge of, the managing the cleaning of those buses. But knowing the infrastructure, because I went inside and talked to people, it's difficult. You know, you have to, in a lot of cases, set your appointments a week in advance, and then you get a half-hour period for pickups and drop-offs. And that means if you need to be somewhere, let's say you need to be somewhere at 8 o'clock, the pickup window is like 7:45 to 8:15. And they sometimes run late. And it really heavily makes it very difficult for you to get around anywhere. You know? And that's with like hundreds of runs on the road. It's tough. You know? And same thing with your drop-off. When they pick you up. Like when they pick you up from your destination, like the second time to bring you back home. You know, if you miss that because you have something going on, you're kind of screwed. You would be lucky if you can get them to give you a run hours later. No, so if you go to dialysis or something, and the dialysis runs too late, you are kind of fucked getting home, and it's just, it sucks. It's rough, and so like that's part of the thing. Like blindness will give you the problem of making you even be able to drive. You know, it's difficult to be dependent off the system. I'm happy that they have the system. You know, there's a lot of people who benefit from it because they get picked up to go to the grocery store, come home, they can go out and do activities and not be like mentally frustrated. Helps people get to and from work. But I think that sometimes it could be better. And like sometimes the best way to do it is to give people the ability to do it themselves. And this is a case of doing that.
And you know, I want to drive since I can't drive. I'm just at home.
Good luck. We'll see you after the procedure. He mentioned multiple times he really wants to drive after this procedure fixes his eyesight. So I'll see you at the end of the video when we surprise him with a brand new Tesla.
Jesus. Let's get him a used car. It's still generous. That's good for him though. That's crazy. I mean, I guess Teslas are environmentally good.
But first, let's see if Jeremiah's surgery was successful.
Let's do this. How'd it go?
And you know,
yeah, are you excited?
Yeah.
Take your time, no pressure.
Everything looks so more clear.
Yeah.
True.
To make this day even more special.
Yeah, it's transportation in the suburbs are non-existent. Yeah, it depends on like your suburb, you know. But for sure, it makes it tough. I mean, even in like New York City, it's still rough. You know, it could be difficult to get like transit and stuff like that. And they have more robust systems. They have like subways and trains and shit. But still, it's rough, man.
Since you're about to graduate high school and go to college, we wanted to give you $50,000 to put towards college.
Jesus, that's crazy.
Man,
that's a whole semester at college. MrBeast gave this guy. What a nice guy. Here's one semester at a community college. I'm busting chops, but it is very expensive.
This is real. Like I'm waiting.
No, there
to
is
wake
nothing wrong
up.
with used cars. You should probably buy used cars. New cars, it's fucking. Some of these fucking places, these dealerships will fuck you.
Oh my god.
Now let's check in and see how Satchel's surgery went.
No, I don't even see any blur.
Yeah, imagine you live your life knowing that there's a 10-minute surgery that can fix you, but you'll never be able to pay for it. That's the fucked up part about it. Like, it should be such an easy process. I'm not crying, guys. I just had something in my eye, okay? This is not moving me to tears. I'm actually being serious. I don't know what's in my eye. Maybe it's a tear.
It's kind of great.
How are you feeling? How's life been now?
It's been good, you know? I be like looking at the cars and I'm like, wow, I can see that car all the way over there.
That's good if you're gonna drive it.
Yeah.
I have a surprise for you. Do you mind putting on this blindfold?
Hold on.
What do Teslas use? I think it's a really nice thing that he's getting him a car. I was just making like a little bit of a joke.
Hold on.
I don't.
I put the we just gave you your sight back. Put this blindfold on really quick. It's funny.
So ironic that we just did the surgery. Satchel.
And the state tuition for most places like 8 to 15 per semester. Nah, it's like $2,000 a semester for like state schools or for like a community college. It's not that bad. Unless like a state school, I guess maybe isn't the same thing as a community college. I'm just making a joke about how it's ridiculously expensive to go to school sometimes.
Take off your blindfold.
What?
This is your brand new Tesla.
Good for him.
If Chris Rex
Imagine he said, "Stop putting miles on my fucking stop wearing the fucking tires out." Imagine he said that.
said, I'll buy another one.
No. Literally, I cannot put into words how I feel right now.
Have you ever driven a car?
I personally cum my pants. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to say next, and and sometimes I even shock myself. So I'm sorry.
Before.
No.
I love how we're letting a guy who couldn't see a couple weeks ago drive us.
Yeah.
Wait, there's one cone you should hit. Yeah,
Don't hit the cone.
That did sound good. So not only are we helping people here in America, but we're also going to other places around the world.
Because unfortunately, nearly half the population with curable blindness doesn't have access to this surgery. So I wanted to provide this to as many people as possible.
Good for him.
I can see. As a thank you, because you were just so gracious in this video, we want to make a $100,000 donation.
It'll bring sight to thousands of people.
Como le digo, me siento nueva. I see everything.
Oh my God, you are so beautiful. Wow.
Thank you, MrBeast. Thank you.
What a beautiful video. I actually am getting a little emotional. Okay. Sorry, cutie Cinderella. Now I understand. That's actually, so what a nice thing to do. What a genuine good thing. It was a good video. I mean, I feel like you guys should have at least watched the video before criticizing capitalism, because obviously capitalism is base as fuck. Imagine this was what you saw when you first woke up, when you first got your sight back. That'd be fucking horrifying.